So you're a manager, you've gathered your team for a meeting, or in the restaurant industry, we used to call them alley rallies, where everybody gets ready at the beginning of your shift. And you say what you need to say, but nobody believes you. Nobody cares. I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why this might be happening. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become more confident leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. Before we get into the 3 reasons that your staff don't believe you, that your staff don't listen to you, I want to direct you to a free PDF of 14 things that managers must know to be effective managers. There's a link in the description. The PDF is from me to you. Go get it. So, you've gathered your team and you're saying what needs to be said, but you feel like your team isn't buying what you're selling, so to speak. It's possible that they don't believe what you're saying because you don't believe what you're saying. It's possible that we've gathered our team together to share insights as to what happened yesterday, plans for what's going to happen today, who's looking after what area of the restaurant, of the shop, of the construction site, whatever it may be. And people are just, they don't care. They've heard it before. It's the same old, same old. Part of that is maybe because you believe there's nothing new being said. You said almost the exact same thing yesterday and the day before and the day before that. And you're just going through the motions of saying what you have to say. Listen, people aren't stupid. People can realize, they can pick up on how you're delivering things. When you feel like you're just repeating yourself, they feel like you're repeating yourself. But when you come to these meetings and you have an agenda of, I need to get people on board, I need to make sure that these safety protocols are understood and that people take them seriously. Once you take them seriously, that's when you're going to start to notice that your staff is going to start picking up on this. Reason number 2 that your staff, they just don't believe what you're saying is you don't act the part, or you haven't acted the part. This is more clearly defined when, let's say, you've been promoted. You worked with me, we handled the baggage at the airport, and you were a lazy SOB. You were one of the employees that didn't care, didn't listen, made sure you did just enough not to get fired, but not much more than that. And then what's happened is you got promoted, let's say, and all of a sudden, you're the champion for health and safety. You're the champion of going the extra mile. You're the champion of being all that you can be. If I was that supervisor to you, would you all of a sudden believe what I'm saying? Don't lie to me. You wouldn't. I wouldn't. I didn't. I watched supervisors get promoted to supervisors who were drug bags, who were gamblers that would call in sick because they were doing great at poker, so they couldn't make it for their shift. They were sleeping all day. They were constantly out for smoke breaks. I mean, the full gamut of people that did not give a flying whatever, all of a sudden got promoted to supervisor or manager or above manager, like the head honcho, the number 2. People like this got promoted, and it was like overnight they changed how they expected other people to act. No, we have a responsibility. We have to be safe. We have to do this. We have to do that. Nobody believed it because that was not the person that they knew. Now, are you, or are these people able to change and grow into their roles? Absolutely, 100% yes. Can you expect your staff to accept that overnight? No, of course not. Let's be honest with each other. You can't expect somebody who's known you for years and you go and flip a switch and now you're the champion of good work. You can't expect people to buy into that. Not right away. You can expect people to question, to be hesitant, but also to allow you to grow and to grow themselves. That is can be expected, but definitely not overnight. And reason number 3 that your staff, they just don't believe you, they're not buying what you're selling, is you constantly throw them under the bus. What do I mean by this? Let me give you an example. I worked with a woman. She worked as an employee, got promoted to supervisor, and was very much, we're in this together. We're a team. Let's help each other. I don't know everything. She started off fantastic until a mistake happened and, let's say, outside stakeholders came in to question why this mistake happened. This supervisor quickly, without hesitation, threw the employee under the bus. This employee should have worked the computer better, the control room operator. They didn't understand what was going on, so they made a mistake. You are not going to get people on your side. You are not going to get people to believe what you say, especially when you try to say, we are a team and we are in this together. When you're the goddamn bus driver, when you're the one putting them under the tires and running them over. That is not how we build trust and respect in a team. You can't honestly expect people to listen to you, to respect your authority when you constantly throw them under the bus, when you are constantly putting them in harm's way. That's your team. Your job is to protect them. Your job is to take the bullet for them. And then after the dust has settled, then you work with your team. You talk to that individual, that group, whatever it might be, to figure out what happened, why it happened, and how we can make it so that it doesn't happen again. But the moment you throw them under the bus, they will not believe anything you say. That's today's video. Get your coffee. I'm going to see you in the next one right here.